Hey Brockton, I'm on a mission to strengthen our city by helping every business in Brockton get online. 97% of internet users look for goods and services online, but 58% of businesses don't have a website. Businesses that are online are expected to grow 40% faster and are twice as likely to create jobs. That's huge for small businesses and huge for Brockton. So join me and let's get our city's businesses online, because stronger businesses build a stronger Brockton, and the web can help. Let's go, Brockton. Get your business online. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Shoe City Scoop. I'm your host, Mayor Bill Carpenter. On this week's show, I'll take you out to visit Concord Foods on West Chestnut Street, the city's largest manufacturer with over 200 employees. I had a chance to visit with President and CEO Peter Neville, who took us for a tour of the facility.
In addition to the retail products, where we make all the items in the produce department at supermarkets, we also make breaders and batters, pancake mixes, baking mixes, primarily being sold to restaurants. Obviously, fried seafood is a big piece of it, so we sell all the seafood houses in the Northeast. We also make ice cream ingredients, confectionery ingredients, things like hot fudge, a lot of caramel.
Wow.
Caramel that might go as a swirl in ice cream.
Yep.
Called a Variegated. A syrup that would go into coffee, like you might see at a Dunkin' Donuts. Caramel that goes on a candy bar, or a layer with high protein that might go on a nutritional bar.
So when you, like with the batter stuff here, Peter, is that always being sold under your name retail, or is that more likely being sold on a wholesale basis to the food service industry?
So on the ready-made business, that's being sold into restaurants. So that's everything from a 1 pound bag to a 50 pound bag.
Wow.
So big bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sold primarily to a restaurant, so we sell into the distributors.
So the ready-made is a brand name of Concord Foods?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And then Oranger is a brand name on the ice cream ingredients. It's an old New England company that we acquired a number of years ago, and it's under the Concord Foods umbrella.
So again, so you market in it. So that's where folks who live in the city may very well see your products in a lot of different places, but not necessarily make the connection. The Concord Foods that's over on West Chestnut Street is, you know, the same outfit that, as you said, made the caramel syrup or the batter for their fried clams.
Right. You can eat candy bars, ice cream, go all sorts of different restaurants in the area, and they have Concord ingredients.
Have Concord ingredients in them. And so, when you talk about some of the hot fudge and the caramel and stuff, some of that you may be selling to other food manufacturers who are then using your product to then make another product.
If you think about the top food companies in the country, like a candy bar manufacturer or nutritional bar manufacturers, they use our caramel.
Wow.
So
all right.
A whole number of and big local. If you think of who are the biggest ice cream manufacturers in New England? Yeah. You know, some of those guys are using our product.
So, Peter, for the folks watching, tell us a little bit about Concord Foods, how you ended up here on West Chestnut Street today, and kind of the history of the company and your personal involvement in the company.
Okay, so the business started in 1968 by my father. Actually started in Braintree, has moved to Avon, and then from Avon we moved down to Brockton in 1995.
Okay.
So we started with a little plastic lemon and lime juice.
Yeah.
Started with just one machine, producing that up in Braintree, selling to the supermarkets in the Northeast, and have grown by adding items in the produce department, which is where those little lemons are sold.
Right.
And then did some acquisition in the 80s and I guess early 90s, and have added a couple different product lines to the business. We added a breaders and batters business that had the ready-made brand name. We added a line of ice cream ingredients called Oranger, which was another old established New England business. And we have a small line called Tempo, which is sort of a breadcrumb-based seasoning mix sold in grocery.
So these are brand names under which it's actually Concord Foods as the manufacturer, but the folks would recognize the brand name that it's sold under.
They were. If you scooped ice cream in New England, you would probably know the Oranger brand name.
Yeah.
If you were in a seafood restaurant and you did breaders and batters, fried seafood, fried clams,
right,
you would know the Ready Made brand because we make the best breaders and batters. So
wow.
We're very fortunate. We've got really nice products, really nice people working here, and a great customer base.
So give us an idea just how large this operation is today in the city of Brockton and how many folks you have working for you.
So we have about 250,000 square foot building. Mostly it is manufacturing. We produce everything we make. And we have about 225 employees working here.
Wow. And working literally around the clock.
We work 2 shifts where we produce and a 3rd shift where we have a small crew that cleans. Cleaning and maintenance and that type of thing while the machines are down. Right. And then your products are sold essentially all over the country? We do. We sell all over the U.S. We sell to Mexico. We sell into Canada. We sell virtually every supermarket in the country. We sell a lot of ice cream manufacturers, candy manufacturers, nutritional bar manufacturers, a lot of restaurant chains, whether they're doing ice cream for the ice cream ingredients, or we have a particularly good line of the seafood breaders that sell into the seafood houses. The seafood breaders and also the syrups. We're coming into iced coffee season, so some of those flavored syrups that end up in your iced coffee may also have been manufactured here. Absolutely, and that's a big business that's been growing for us. Yeah, yeah, terrific. Well, you know what, Peter, do me a favor. Let's take us for a tour through the building. I think, Peter, one of the biggest surprises for me looking at your operation is that this plastic lemon juice in the plastic lemon container that I've used all my life is actually manufactured right here in Brockton, Massachusetts. It's it's not necessarily the first thing you would think of being manufactured in Brockton. No, because there's not a lot of lemon trees in Brockton. So we blow mold the plastic, we injection mold the cap right here. And when they're done, they come down the line, from down below, they come down the line and they get filled with juice that we bring in from all over the world. Wow. Reconstitute it, add a little bit of natural flavor to put it back to its natural strength, and pack it, and we sell this to virtually every supermarket in the country. Buy something from us. Probably 40% of them buy the lemon juice from us. Wow. So I think of, every time I have a piece of fish, I have this, coming out of the fridge to put the lemon juice on it, and it's right here. So when you say you reconstitute, does that mean you bring it in like a powder form and then make it back into a liquid? They take the juice, they concentrate it down, it stays in a liquid form. Okay. They freeze it. Yeah. And then we take the drums of frozen lemon juice, thaw them out, add about 5 parts water to put it back to the natural strength of juice. Yep. So it's just like lemon juice. It's got a little preservative, and we put a little natural flavor back into it. Yeah, and it's absolutely the most convenient way to have lemon juice available to you to use at home in a restaurant. Now I want to just grab one of these too, because you also do limes. Right. Same idea. Lime juice comes from primarily from Mexico. Really? But, And now, so we would find these in the produce department of any supermarket across the country. Right. One of our big product lines is under the Concord brand. It sells in produce, everything from candy apple kits, caramel apple kits, seasoning mixes like a guacamole seasoning mix, salsa mix. Yeah. A lot of fall products, candy apple, caramel apple, apple crisp, all sold in the fall. The idea is you have to add fresh produce to something. Our lemons go into every Walmart supercenter in the country. Wow. That's a big piece. So I was at a presentation at the Mayor's Conference where they had the CEO of Walmart talking about
their increased commitment to buying selling American manufactured products. This would be an example of that right here.
Concord Foods is beneficiary, and so is Procter.
Yep.
So we're very appreciative. Walmart is a great customer of ours.
Wow. So now, how often is something like the lemons here, how often are you making these? Is this something you would typically be manufacturing every day or almost every day? Or?
We run this product every day. It runs anywhere from 8 to 16 hours a day, every day.
Wow. So Peter, tell us what we see happening here with the plastic lime.
So the plastic gets injected in on the pin.
Yeah.
And the pin will go around to the side over to the left there.
Yep.
That's the mold. And you can see when it opens up, it's got a mold the shape of the lemon. And it actually will blow open from the inside. It'll blow that plastic into the mold. That plastic's hot, so it stretches. It forms the shape of the mold. And then the mold has cold water running through it, which cools it down and locks it into shape.
And it's still warm to the touch when it comes out, but not hot enough to, yeah.
Correct.
But you can tell that there was heat involved in the process.
Yep.
And this is putting out 8 of these about every, how often? 30 seconds?
About every 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Yep. And if you change the color to yellow,
yeah,
you make a lemon.
So it's the same. So it's the same machinery, same process, just change the color of the plastic.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow. This eventually, we've seen it at the other end of the line, this eventually will be full of juice and have a cap on it, be ready to be shipped out.
Correct. Packed chocolate syrup. So we're cooking the syrup here, bringing it up to probably about 220 degrees.
Yeah.
Cook it, get the starch where we want it, and then we'll cool it down to about 170 and pack it on this line.
So this is actually a chocolate syrup?
This is chocolate syrup.
Wow.
This goes into a beverage drink. You can feel it's still quite hot.
Yeah, it's still warm. Yeah.
The machine behind us is how we cool it down to about 70.
Okay.
So that's got water that's dripping on it, and it's bringing the temperature of the product down so that we can then turn around, dry it, and label it.
Okay. So this would be more in terms of a wholesale type of product that you're selling to someone else that's using it, like a kitchen or a...
Right, this is going to go to a large coffee house.
Okay.
It's doing a lot of coffee.
Right.
A lot of breakfast.
Yeah.
And they'll put this in lattes or in their coffee.
Yeah.
They could also use it for desserts.
Wow.
But this specific product is more for beverage.
Yeah. Now what the video may not be picking up, it smells really good too.
Does smell good, doesn't it?
You can't go wrong with chocolate.
We have to be careful how much we test.
Yeah.
Test all day.
There's the job I could handle here. I'd be in charge of checking the chocolate syrup.
There we go.
Oh, that's great, Peter.
This will go in a inside candy or a confectionery item. We sell it by drums. We could sell pails, number 10 cans.
So how much caramel is in one of these drums?
This will hold 600 pounds of caramel.
600 pounds of caramel in one container.
In one container. As you can see, we've got a bunch of them lined up.
Yeah.
So we'll sell this caramel, a lot of it.
So obviously this is now going wholesale to another food manufacturer who's using this as an ingredient into a finished product.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And so what typically might be a product that's made with this type of liquid caramel?
It could be the center of a candy bar. Caramel like this might be layered.
Yep.
Where it's a little chewier and thicker.
Yep.
As opposed to the center would be softer. And
that could end up being the center of your favorite candy bar.
Yep. And that's made with, basically you've got sweeteners, sweetened condensed milk, cream, sugar, oils, and a little bit of salt. Very natural, good tasting.
So is this the same type of caramel what you would do for the stuff that we dip the apples in, or no?
This one's going to be thinner. The one you would dip an apple in is thicker.
Okay.
And it's going to have to hold on to the apple after you dip it.
Right.
So similar idea, but it is designed to work a different way.
Right.
So it's got to hold up as it cools on that apple. It's got to stay there, and really it's got to stay there for couple days. This is something that is done very well.
Yeah.
Difference is that in grocery you could buy a banana bread, but they put banana flakes.
Yeah.
So it tastes okay, but it doesn't taste like your grandmother made.
Right.
It doesn't taste like it's homemade. So we pack a banana bread, we license the Chiquita brand name,
Yep.
sell it into produce, and you add 2 fresh bananas. It just tastes so much better.
So this is a banana
better
bread
for
mix
you.
that's designed to have actual banana added to it when you make the bread.
Correct. And what you do is it's sold in produce right next to
Yep,
the bananas.
right next to the bananas, yeah.
So the produce department in these supermarkets like it because they sell more bananas.
Right.
So it's a nice complement to fresh produce. It's better for the consumer. It tastes better, and it's one of the products that we added maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, so this is something fairly new then for
Relatively
Concord
new for us,
Foods, yeah?
and it's been very successful.
But if you think about the fact that you sell so many other products in the produce department, this basically is adding another product to your line to market to supermarkets for their produce departments.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the banana bread is one of my personal favorites, so I'm going to have to try this, making some with the actual mix where you put real bananas into it.
well-
That sounds like it makes sense.
Hey, Brockton. I'm on a mission to strengthen our city by helping every business in Brockton get online. 97% of internet users look for goods and services online, but 58% of businesses don't have a website. Businesses that are online are expected to grow 40% faster and are twice as likely to create jobs. That's huge for small businesses and huge for Brockton. So join me and let's get our city's businesses online, because stronger businesses build a stronger Brockton, and the web can help. Let's go, Brockton. Get your business online.
Hi, I'm Bill Carpenter, Mayor of the City of Brockton. It's been a long, tough winter. As we welcome the arrival of spring, we are also faced with the appearance of potholes. Due to the snow, ice, and freezing temperatures, this will be a particularly tough season. That's why I have established the Mayor's Pothole Hotline and the Mayor's Pothole Response Team. Residents can now report potholes directly to us by calling 508-897-1306. Again, that's 508-897-1306. I've created a pothole response team to respond to these reports. We'll be working as hard as we can to repair potholes as soon as we can. Please know that we are assigning all available personnel and resources to tackling the pothole problem. If you're aware of a potentially dangerous pothole, please report it to us at 508-897-1306. Please know that we are expending all available personnel and resources to tackling the pothole problem. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Welcome back to Shoe City Scoop. I'm your host, Mayor Bill Carpenter. Recently, I had a chance to participate in the Eagle Scout Court of Honor for Zachary Willett. A great honor for me and a great honor for this fine young man. I also had the opportunity to welcome home members of the 532nd Port Management Team from Afghanistan. We met the troops at the Army Reserve Armory on West Chestnut Street and provided them with a police escort to a reception at the Avon VFW. It was my privilege to welcome the troops home personally and have a chance to speak to everyone at the ceremony. I want to tell you, Zachary, scouting was a big part of my life when I was a boy growing up. A long, long time ago. But I made it up through Life Scout, but I never attained Eagle Scout. So I recognize what a tremendous achievement it is, and it's a very small percentage of scouts who actually attain the rank of Eagle Scouts. So I congratulate you on that tremendous effort, and I'm sure your folks and your family are very proud of what a great young man and a great citizen you are. So it's a privilege for me to have a chance to come here and recognize your achievement this afternoon. I also come bearing a citation, and this is issued from the Mayor's office in the City of Champions. Be it known that the Mayor of Brockton hereby extends his congratulations to Zachary J. Willett in recognition of reaching the rank of Eagle Scout. And be it further known that the Mayor of Brockton extends his best wishes for continued health and happiness. This citation is duly signed by the Mayor of the City of Brockton on this day, the 29th day of March, 2014, signed by myself. So it's a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to present this to you. I can't wait for my grandson to start playing hockey now so I can go back to the rink again, you know. So you feel like it's a big thing, but I'm sure there's going to be someday you're gonna wish you were still doing it.
We're just talking about that because we got them all through, like, CCD,
right?
All through Eagle. He's going to graduate in June, so they'll all graduate.
Are you Brockton High?
No,
Southeastern. That's great.
Yeah.
Mr. Wheeler's a good friend of mine. Great school. I've already been over there a couple of times.
Yeah. So now we don't know what we're going to do because they're all done.
Yeah.
Going to go to Wentworth and.
Really, congratulations. Great school. Great school. Yeah. You write your own ticket out of there. And Zachary, congratulations. If there's anything I can do for you, just call me. Okay. All right.
We started working. This unit left about a year ago.
Yeah.
Give or take.
To Afghanistan this time?
To Afghanistan.
Wow.
And then about a month.
Were they in a specific part of Afghanistan?
Some of them were scattered all over.
Okay, all
they go
over.
out in team stuff.
Okay.
And then the 301st, we just sent them out about a month and a half ago, so they'll schedule to come back at the end of end of the year. So
some of these guys are just coming back. They've deployed before. It's not necessarily their first deployment, or
a lot of these are their first deployment, but not all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some other people out there that are on their fourth or fifth deployment.
Really?
So.
Wow. I hear about that all the time. That reservists being sent back and back and back.
Some of them love it though.
Yeah. They're volunteering. I'll go.
No, but you know what? It's a great thing. I mean, they're doing a phenomenal job.
Right. First of all, I want to say what an honor and a privilege it is for me to be invited to spend some time here with you today. So thank you very much. I know that among the soldiers, a few are from Brockton, most are not, but I believe the fact that you're deployed out of Brockton, I feel like you're all representing the city of Brockton, and I thank you so much for your service. And I know we've got families here, and a few years ago, probably more years than I want to admit now, my oldest son served in the Marine Corps and was in what was called a FAST company and was deployed over in the Gulf. At the time, the USS Cole was bombed, and his platoon was the first platoon to respond to the USS Cole. And so I can sympathize. I know what the feeling is for the families when you have someone who's deployed, and whether you're a father, a wife, a child. I know that my son deployed 4 times in 5 years, and there was never, as a dad, there was never a second of the day that I wasn't thinking about him. So you learn how to function, and you go along with your life, but there's always this little part in the back of your head that you're constantly thinking about that person, and whether you just wondering to make sure they're okay, or what they're doing, or how long it's been since the last time you heard from them. So I just want to recognize the families too, because the families pay a big price when their dad or husband or wife or sister gets deployed overseas, because everyone at home worries every second while you're gone and never stops thinking about you. So sometimes it's a really, really tough job, and sometimes you get to do cool stuff. And riding in the police cruisers, escorting you guys over here today was one of the coolest things I've had the opportunity to do yet. So thank you for your service. God bless all of you. God bless America, and God bless our troops. Thank you.
If you don't mind.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm not going to use that. I think I can speak loud enough. 1173rd sets a high standard. We don't want to be like everybody else. We want to be number one. There's no place for second place in our book. And as we say, second place is first loser. And since you're in office for 3 months, we're going to set the standard for every other unit. I'm going to present you with a thank you. I'm going to present you with our battalion coin, so it can be the first one on your desk.
Absolutely.
And you can have it proudly. We appreciate everything that you do, and it's much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, that'll just about do it for this week's edition of Shoe City Scoop. Thanks for joining us. You can find us on BCA Channel 12 or check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Mayor Bill Carpenter. We'll see you next week.
Hey Brockton, I'm on a mission to strengthen our city by helping every business in Brockton get online. 97% of internet users look for goods and services online, but 58% of businesses don't have a website. Businesses that are online are expected to grow 40% faster and are twice as likely to create jobs. That's huge for small businesses and huge for Brockton. So join me and let's get our city's businesses online, because stronger businesses build a stronger Brockton, and the web can help. Let's go, Brockton. Get your business online.
Hi, I'm Bill Carpenter, Mayor of the City of Brockton. It's been a long, tough winter. As we welcome the arrival of spring, we are also faced with the appearance of potholes. Due to the snow, ice, and freezing temperatures, this will be a particularly tough season. That's why I have established the Mayor's Pothole Hotline and the Mayor's Pothole Response Team. Residents can now report potholes directly to us by calling 508-897-1306. Again, that's 508-897-1306. I've created a pothole response team to respond to these reports. We'll be working as hard as we can to repair potholes as soon as we can. Please know that we are assigning all available personnel and resources to tackling the pothole problem. If you're aware of a potentially dangerous pothole, please report it to us at 508-897-1306. Please know that we are expending all available personnel and resources to tackling the pothole problem. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation.